want to see how to do it? Yep, have your seat. So it's like reinserting this in here. Yeah. Well, so really you all know how to do it. You're just thinking you don't. It's the same thing we did before. It's the same thing. It's just a different fabric. It's like the same thing what you did with the V-neck. It's the same thing. It just seems like it's something different. It's not. So what I want to do is sew these two together. Her seam allowance is a 1/2 inch. So sew these two together at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to stop a 1/2 inch away because I need room to put this in sort of lay flat. So it's the same as before. So we're going to sew these together 1/2 inch. I'm going to reverse it and back stitch a 1/2 inch away, so I'm leaving myself a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is a 2-way stretch or a 4-way stretch. This stretch in all directions. So it's like you buying some lace, it may stretch in 2 directions. But you still want it to stretch with the body, the way the body grows. And insert your lace piece in. It's almost like applicated. We've done this many times. So again, the seam allowance, stop a 1/2 inch back so we can allow our panel to get inserted. And so it's called a sheer illusion because you know when you put it in, everybody want to have the appearance of being naked in that little spot. They do come in all different colors. So if we open this up, and you see that diamond, and you see this diamond, you just join the right sides together. We matching up this which I already have clipped, right? And you can put a pin in it. All the 4 corners that I left so that I could get this to fit in there. Here and then turn and go there. So just looking familiar, right? And then again. So these points, this very V line up exactly the same with these two. So once you stitch it right in the center, it's going to stay right in your center. Right in the center of your 1/2 inch. So sometimes you want to stay stitch this first like we did before and get the V and stay stitch this at a 1/2 and 1/2. So you pin those 2 points exactly the same on top of each other. Let me do it on this one. This is going to be a refresher, right? All right. So my seam allowance is a 1/2 inch. I stitch this down to a 1/2. I want to rotate it and make sure it come back to a 1/2. It is not quite at my 1/2, so I do another stitch. And the other thing is to either stitch this one down and stitch this one across. We know they cross and intersect each other. We know we exactly back at that 1/2 inch. And it's still not perfectly at the 1/2. Some may have to do a 1/2 stitch, but they need to line up perfectly on the 1/2 inch seam allowance. So if I get this one, and I have
that on a 5.
Yeah, you can't. No, a stay stitch means it's gonna stay. Do it on a 3. It's gonna stay. It's not a basting. You can do a basting and pull it out. So if it show up later and you can see it, you can do it on a large stitch so you can rip it out. So if I do this and my 1/2, and I'm not sure I'm hitting my 1/2 the other way, and then I take it and and flip it the other way, right? And then I know I'm exactly at my center, exactly at a 1/2 and a 1/2. And then we're going to take that and we clip it right up to that point, and then we match those 2 points together. So I'm going to match this point exactly in the same place. There's no way I can mess that up then. So sometimes you got to take the extra time to do the extra step. All right, so now we should be able to stitch this in. So you want these seams to be open. You hear our buddy all the way up here. She think really loud, right? So you want to match the seams up together. Now this other one I had pinned, but we do need to clip it up to the point. At least one of those has to be clipped so it allows it to get up to the point. Leave the needle down right at the center. We'll take this pin out and then we can lift this up and turn it. Oh my goodness, so funny. So leave the needle down so it allow it to turn the corner without making the stitches skip and move around. We should have did this with white. It's hard to see it with the black. So y'all continue with your half-inch seam allowance. This one is easier to see because it's square wide open, and you can go straight up to the seam, leave the needle down. Yep. And look, it just lays straight out. It's laying right out flat. And that's what we want. Yep, it's a little tedious, right? But this is what you want to do. This is what you gotta do. So I have my stitch right there as my guide. I can go ahead and clip to the end. I should be able to, we clipped that already to that stitch. You can sew straight up to that stitch, leave the needle down. Let's take that pin out. Go back to our half-inch seam allowance. So sometimes the pattern may say a 1/4" seam allowance, sometimes it'll say 3/8" seam allowance. It depends on the pattern. This is somebody pattern. This is the seam allowance she uses. Okay, so then we would press these seams back right so you couldn't see them. Okay, and that's how we get that. You can serve it, finish it, whatever you need to finish the other side of it. But there it is. You may need to trim, clip, whatever. But that's how we get it.
If you serge it and then push it back, it won't come forward at all.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. You may have to, after you serge it and you see that it want to keep fighting, you may have to tack it in a few spots so it will stay in place.
Oh,
You can force it to lay the way you want it to go. All right? Cool. Got it? Got it? All right, got it?
Got it.
All right. Thanks.